Hello there guys, this is Matthew the Dinosaur King, and well, today it will be my Q&A 2. Now, as I left the video up for about a week, I got loads of questions from you. Now, I can't answer every single one of them that I got, but I managed to select the ones that I found were the most interesting, and ones that, from a lot of my friends as well. So I thought, get as many down as I can, and just see which ones. So, got a couple of pages here of questions that you guys have asked me. So I thought I'd start here, and once again, Chance is here with me. He may leave, I don't know, because you can be very picky, can't you? So, without further ado, let us begin. So, question 1. This is from the Gaming Carnotaurus. It says, what is your favourite dino? Tyrannosaurus. I thought I made this clear in my first one, but yeah. My favourite dinosaur is Tyrannosaurus. I know it's cliche, but just because of the level of of work that's gone into understanding its evolution, its behaviour, its ecology, how it grew from being an infant, in fact how the whole grouping of tyrannosaurs evolved, from small theropods to great big carnivores. It's really quite amazing, actually. Next up is from Indominus Rex 01. When you got the Jurassic World Battle Damage figures, did you find them on the shelves of us, or did you ask somebody to get it for you? No, they were just on the shelves. They were, the Rex thing was just on the shelf I just picked up. Do you have any interest in Godzilla, and if so, what do you think of King of the Monsters so far? I love Godzilla. I think Godzilla is fantastic, and King of the Monsters looks so good. I can't wait to watch it on the big screen. With King Ghidorah, Mothra and Rodan, with Godzilla, it looks so good. I can't wait until next year when it arrives. Gavin Snyder asks, favourite carnivore and herbivore? Well, my favourite carnivore would be a Tyrannosaurus. Favourite herbivore? I'll have to get back to you on that one. I'm not actually sure on that one. Now, some stupid sketch show guy. Now, you asked like 3 separate questions, so I had to put them all together. So he asked, do you want to be Sir Pemberton again at some point? Now, I don't know if you are aware, I voiced Sir Pemberton in Camosaurus's Billy the Dimension Hopper for one episode, then I was brutally killed off. But yes, I would love to voice Sir Pemberton again, or, voice anyone in any series. I'm always happy to help my friends. When will Prehistoric Island Season 4 begin development? As I said before, I'm currently still writing the scripts. I should begin filming maybe the end of this year into next year. Probably about next year might be better because we've got winter to get through. But yeah, Prehistoric Island Season 4, that is in very early pre-production at the moment, but it will be coming out next year, I do promise. It is coming. And he also asks, what figure is Greyskull from Prehistoric Island portrayed by, and how did you get him? Greyskull is a custom-painted Papo Allosaurus, which I had got from Everything Dinosaur. But when I got the Allosaurus, its legs were kind of warped, so I had to get another Allosaurus, which is Gwangi. Now Greyskull, well, the Papo Allosaurus that would become Greyskull, I wasn't actually sure what to do with. So, but then I decided that maybe I could try some repainting. And thus Greyskull was born. I think it's I just came up with a colour scheme, really. I just went with a dark brown and some white, grey, red, and Greyskull was there. But I'm glad that you guys really like what I did with the Papo Allosaurus for Greyskull. I'm glad that he's actually become quite a popular character. Who knows, maybe he might even get his own show. Wink, wink. Let's see, King Egypticus. He's got 3 questions here. What's your favourite of the Safari 2019 figures released so far? Ah, yes, the reveal from Safari. Let's see. The Carnotaurus, the Woolly Rhino, Citopati, Styracosaurus, Prestosuchus, and Camarasaurus. Which is my favourite? Well, I'd probably have to go with the Citopati. Just because I love the coloration and the feathering work on it. It looks so good. I think maybe a close second would be the Prestosuchus, as that's a really interesting creature for them to go with. But I like all of them, and I can't wait for the reveal on Thursday when Safari will reveal the other creatures that they've got planned. Number 2, what's your favourite Marvel movie? Ooh, interesting. Favourite Marvel film? For me personally, it would have to be Avengers Age of Ultron, just because I think Ultron is a pretty great villain. I've actually got the pop of him up there. Because, I mean, aside from all the other Marvel villains, he actually succeeds in what he does. He tried to break up the Avengers and try and cause a cataclysm that would destroy all humanity. Well, he nearly destroyed the Earth, but he did manage to break up the Avengers, as the events of the Civil War take place after in Age of Ultron. So technically, he did kind of succeed. That's just my own opinion. Number 3, what did you think of Avengers Infinity War? I bloody loved it. I thought it was brilliant. Fantastic. Although I will say, 2.5 hours is a long movie to sit through, but I think it's definitely worth it. I actually got the Blu-ray of it last week, so I think it's really, really awesome. I definitely recommend everyone to watch it. Hodgepodge. Are there any Reborn models you actually like? Now, I know that I have mentioned before my distaste for Reborn, mainly because of something that it happened years ago. Me and my friends had an argument with them. I won't get into too much details, but I know that Reborn have been revealing a few of their figures. I will say some of them do look interesting, like they're recently done... Are you going? They've recently revealed Tyrannosaurus, an accurate Tyrannosaurus, which doesn't look half bad. Although I question their 2 V-Rex figures. I just think that's a bit of a... I just don't get why they just called it a T-Rex. However, I am kind of interested to see their Titanoboa. I know that they're releasing that hopefully soon. But as for any Reborn models I like, I find some of them okay. I think it's just the company that's part of it. That's just my own 2 cents about it. I Love Toys asks, are you going to get the big Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom Mosasaurus? Probably not. I know a lot of people actually asked me this question, if I was going to get the Mosasaur, just because of how big it is and because I can't find it anywhere in any of the stores I've gone in. Probably not. I think it's just too big, I think, for my collection. Dragonzilla asks, what are your top 10 Safari LTD figures? That I will save for another video. Might even do a top 10 Safari figures list, but yeah, I might have to save that for a different video, as I'd have to go into loads of explanation. We don't want to sit here all day. Let's see. But yeah, I will answer that probably in another video. Number 2, did you see that documentary on Tyrannosaurus that came out early this year? And if so, what did you think of it? If you're referring to the Chris Packham documentary, yes, I did watch it. And I did enjoy it. I thought it was very interesting. I'm not really a big fan of Chris Packham, but, he did a good job, I guess. Although the pre-release images of the T-Rex looked really weird, especially in the jaw. But I'm glad they fixed that in the show, which was good. But yeah, I definitely recommend people to watch it. It's very, very interesting. Let's see. Harry Williams Productions asks, what's the best Pokemon game in your opinion, and your favourite Pokemon from Gen 4? Best Pokemon game? Ooh. Well, see, I thoroughly enjoyed playing all of them, but I think one of the ones that really did surprise me was Pokemon X. Just about how they managed to translate a 2D game into 3D, three-dimensional world. I thought it was really, really good. Really, really cool, great graphics, and all the Pokemon. And my favourite Pokemon from Gen 4, I'd probably have to go with the Turtwig line, Turtwig, Grotle and Torterra. I think Torterra looks awesome. Let's see, a question here from Hector Lecroc. I hope I did pronounce that correctly. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. Let's see, he asks, will you make videos in which you rank your favourite figures, like top 10 of my fave figures or top 10 Papatons? Now, going back to Dragonzilla's question as well, I am planning to do that, especially at the end of this year, maybe like the top 10 or my favourite Safari LTD figures from this year, my favourite collector figures from this year. I do plan to do those sorts of videos. I didn't do it last year, I think because there's just a lot going on. But I might see about doing one video like that very soon. Do you collect other figures, animals for example, from the brands which make the dinosaurs? I do, actually. I have a few reptile figures and some birds. As you know, birds are descended from dinosaurs. I think I've got a few dragons. What else? I have a few modern day animals as well, which I have collected from like charity shops, because they're quite cheap, 50p or a pound. I just pick them up. Because they're great to put with their prehistoric counterparts. Right. Axel V's 94. He asks, what dinosaur species would you like to see from Papo in the future? Well, Giganotosaurus, that's been teased since, 2015? They still haven't made one. I hope that next year they actually give us a Giganotosaurus, because, we want the Giga! We want it! You've done all the other, you could say, popular theropods. Giganotosaurus has not been done yet, so Papo, please, make the Giganotosaurus! Expensive Piece of Plastic asks, did you have any reptiles? I did. A few years ago I had some crested geckos. They were called Rex and Mischievous, but we got them from somebody else, but yeah, the names are still there. Rex sadly died, so we had to get another one called Merlin, and then Merlin and Mischievous died as well, so that was kind of sad. But yes, I have had reptiles in the past. Cameron Siebert asks, do you have any old Jurassic Park toys, and if so, which one is your favourite? I have a lot of the ones from Jurassic Park 3 that were released from Hasbro. I think one of my favourites was the Jungle Spinosaurus, the orange and black one, which I did actually use for Blue Sail in Prehistoric Island Season 3. I thought he was a pretty cool figure. How did you come up with the concept of Prehistoric Island? Good question. I was inspired by, there was Raptor Boy 101, Gloppy Productions as well, Bionicosaurus as well. They really inspire me to, because I always think, I could try and do a series like this. And watching their series really did inspire me. And also, is it Hoops and Dino Man with his Noasaurus story? I thought that was really funny, really good as well. So yeah, I've been inspired by a lot of people. Alex C. Webb asks, out of all the figures that Safari Ltd have released in advance for next year, which is your favourite, and what other models do you hope/predict they'll make for next year? Well, I am really, really hoping for a Centrosaurus. Because, we finally got Ionosaurus last year. And I think Centrosaurus is another one of the earliest ceratopsians that hasn't really got any love recently. I don't really know why, because I think it's a pretty cool looking ceratopsian. But yeah, I'd love to see a Centrosaurus or any other type of ceratopsian like Ankylosaurus, a Rhinoceratops, Pentaceratops, even a Torosaurus I think would be really cool. Raptor Riot asks, what would you rate Spinolord's Prehistoric Island out of 10? Yes, I think he's doing a really great job with the series. I'd probably rate it maybe 7.5. But yeah, me and him have been talking, and he is definitely going to try and improve a lot of what is in Reborn at the moment. But yeah, I think he's doing a great job so far, and I look forward to seeing how well he does in the future with the series. Delthadromius 505 asks, what do you think of retro dinosaurs? Very, very good question. Retro dinosaurs. I think retro dinosaurs are important for our understanding of these animals. Seeing how, back when they first described Megalosaurus and Iguanodon, how the interpretations of these animals have changed with lots more fossils and understanding and science. We now have a pretty good picture of what these animals looked like, and compared them to their older sort of retro style, I think, as I said, it's very good for our understanding of these animals. So I think they are very important. 2. How do your parents feel about your collecting hobby? I think I got this last year as well. I think as the years have gone on, I think they've gotten used to the idea, because they've always sort of understood that I like collecting all these figures. I like collecting stuff. It sort of helps me with my mental health, with my anxiety and my depression and everything, which I've had. But yeah, I think they understand how it does help me, and I do what I do, and they know I do a lot of my stuff for YouTube, so they kind of help support me. Yuyasha Dinosaur 101 Brewer. Oh god, like, please tell me I haven't butchered that name again as well. Right, he's given me quite a few questions, so I'll go through as many of them as I can. Let's see. Good question up here is, what would be your thoughts if they reboot Jurassic Park closer to its novel and having a hard R rating? I think I'd be interested to see that. You know, with because I know that the Jurassic Park novel is a bit more bloody and gory than the film version, but I don't think it would have had the same impact as when the original Jurassic Park came out, the film. I don't think it would have had a higher impact as what it has done. What are your thoughts on Jurassic World 3 not having any more hybrid dinosaurs? I think it is a bloody good idea, because I'm not a huge fan of hybrid dinosaurs. I said I was never a fan of the Indominus, or a lot of the other hybrids that have been in like Jurassic World the game and everything. I just think it's kind of pointless, you know. You've got all these hybrids, yet there are all these other amazing prehistoric creatures out there that you could be using. But no, you decide to do a hybrid instead. I just think it's kind of stupid. Asks, if you could go back in time and visit any time period for several days, what time and place would you go to and why? Good question. There are lots of places I would like to visit. Prehistoric England in the middle Jurassic or early Cretaceous. I'd like to go back to the Hell Creek Formation. But I think maybe one of the places I would most like to go is Cretaceous China. To see all the feathered dinosaurs and Eutyrannus, you know, all those amazing fossils about how they actually did look and how they used their feathers and everything. I think that would be a really interesting exploratory mission. Bino Guy slash Spinosaur Slasher asks, do you have Jurassic World Evolution already? And if so, what do you think of patch update 1.4? I do have Jurassic World Evolution. I've been playing it on my PS4. I think it's a really good game, and I think the patch actually has helped, especially with the Giganotosaurus, because it was really small, and now they've upscaled it, it really does feel like a Giganotosaurus, like really big, mean, vicious predator. Likes new juvenile T-Rex. I think it does look good. I mean, for me personally, I don't think I would pick it up, but I know that some people do ask, you know, what do you think of it? I mean, as I said, no, I think it looks good. It looks possible. But as I say, I just don't think I would pick it up. Have you seen The Meg and The Predator? And if so, what do you think of them? The Predator, I have seen. I love The Predator. I thought that was a great film. The Meg, now this is where it gets a little awkward, because I'm a big fan of the Meg books by Steve Alton. There are about 5 at the moment that he's written. When the film was announced, I was really excited, you know, finally get to see these characters on the big screen. But when I saw the trailers and everything for it, I was just like, this isn't how I envisioned the Megalodon to be. You know, I think a lot of the casting choices seemed weird, especially Jason Statham as a scientist. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't see that. And in the books, the Megalodon is bioluminescent white, due to the evolution and adaptation of being down in the Mariana Trench. Clearly they missed that in the movie, but and also the books are a lot more bloody and gory, and they just slapped a 12 rating on it. I don't understand why. You know, it could have been a great film. I might wait and reserve judgment till I see the film, maybe on like DVD or something, but for me personally, I just didn't want to see it in the cinema, because I think I'd be too disappointed and yelling out things like, you know, that never happened, or why were you doing those sorts of, you know, decisions. I don't know, but who knows, maybe I might change my mind once I see it, but that's just my 2 cents about it. Let's see, Boss Roberts asks, are you a fan of The Land Before Time? Of course, everyone is. I think I've got all the DVDs, I've got all of them in a box set, and me and my partner, we sat down, we actually watched every single one. not like all day, but like over various days. So that was fun to watch them all. Wong the Compy asks, can you please review and get the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom Wave 3 Pachyrhinosaurus? If I can find it, I will review it, yes. What are your thoughts and opinions on the Mojo 2018 figures? For me, it's kind of mixed. I mean, they definitely look a lot better than what they have done in the past. But I won't be picking them up, as I actually have seen them in hand, and they're not as good in hand as the promo pictures. Now, my friend Sky asks, Sky's Prehistoric Collection, asks, what dinosaurs would you really love to see as figures in the future, and by what company? Well, as I said, Centrosaurus, by Collector or Safari. Maybe a Synthetoceras, which is a prehistoric deer with a really weird nose horn, like really weird. A few other creatures like that. Let's see, T-Rex or Eutyrannus. I like both. I don't want to choose. And let's see, Josh the Mighty, my friend Josh, asks, if you could go back to any time in prehistory, what time would you go to and why? I think I've already answered that question. Sorry about the whole going to prehistoric China. If you could decide 9 new species of prehistoric animal to be made into new models by any company, what species would you pick and why? Centrosaurus, Synthetoceras, maybe a new pterosaur, maybe like a pterodostra. I think that would be pretty cool. But aside from that, yeah, I think we'd be here all day. But there are two questions that actually I found really, really interesting that I wanted to talk about. The first one here is from JB2003. He asks, where do you plan on taking this channel? Which is actually a good question. That is a very good question. It's something I've been thinking about for a little while. You know, what else can I do with the channel besides reviews? As I said, I am working on Prehistoric Island, but I'm not really sure, to be honest. I mean, I've got a few ideas for other maybe series I could do, but I'm just not sure right now, at the moment, how exactly to do them, or what to do. But it is something I am definitely thinking about. And then I've got some questions here from my friend Dark Shockwave, who also is known as Aaron. He asks, now these two were really, really clever. What are your thoughts on the removal of Troodon from being a real species? And how do you think research on Spinosaurus would have been had the original fossils never been destroyed in a World War bombing? Very good questions. Very, very good questions. For Troodon, I can kind of understand because, well, it's only really known from teeth. And, you know, a lot of other information I think that we know of Troodon is from other Troodontids. So I can understand why it has been removed, because, you know, you can get information from teeth as best you can. Others you have to sort of go off other species or related species. But I can understand why they removed it, because now we have Latin Venatrix and Stenonychosaurus, which was actually supposed to be a pseudonym of Troodon, but now is considered a valid species. As for Spinosaurus, that is a very good question. I think we would have learned more about what the animal looked like, probably like a better understanding of Spinosaurus had the fossils not been destroyed during World War II. I definitely think we would have learned a lot more about the animal itself, especially as it had preserved the spines and also the lower jaw. And then, of course, with additional fossils being found, we would probably gotten a better picture of what the animal looked like. But sadly, of course, the bones are no more. But yeah, I want to thank everyone who did ask me questions. Ones I didn't answer, I apologise. I couldn't do them all. But thanks to everyone who asked me questions. Yeah, so I do hope you enjoy. I'm sorry if I rambled on a little bit at various ones, but yeah, I have trouble with them. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will hopefully see you guys in the next video. Please stay.